Hello, beautiful people. It's yet another episode with your midwife, Sarah. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about pregnancy after a series of lessons or tips on preconception. We are finally ready to get pregnant. The body is fully ready to take the journey. Yay! Okay, on today's episode, we are doing pregnancy. What at all is pregnancy? I am here to guide new mothers who have been there before, because mothers who have been there before even need guidance sometimes, because with each pregnancy it's a new journey, or it's a whole story on its own. It's a new story on its own, and so you sometimes need a support person to help you go through this journey, and I'm here to be your escort. Let me be your guide. Okay, on today's episode, we are doing pregnancy. Pregnancy, how does pregnancy occur? Pregnancy comes as a result of a sperm fertilizing an ovum when it's being released during ovulation, and when these two fuse together, it's now form an embryo. This embryo now travels from wherever that fertilization occur into the the lining of the uterus. Then now we can say that when it's embedded in the endometrium, we can say that a successful pregnancy has been occurred. When it has not embedded, we don't say pregnancy has occurred. And so a pregnancy can occur outside the uterus. Let's put that one in mind. And so we are talking about a successful pregnancy that had been established in the endometrium, in the uterus. Let's put that in mind. So we are talking of a normal pregnancy, but during this section 2, as we go by, we are going to also be talking about some of the minor disorders in pregnancy, danger signs in pregnancy. So you expect nothing but the best after this episode 2. I hope that you bring on board some of the topics that you want us to treat, and your comments are also welcome. Let me know when you think that there should be a change in language too. I'm here to serve you, and so what you say is what I am going to do for you. Okay, so knowing what to do during pregnancy, or when you have tips on what to do during pregnancy, helps a little bit, help make the journey a little bit easier. And so I am here not to lecture you though, but I'm here to give you tips or what to expect during pregnancy. Okay, so when we take pregnancy has been divided into three trimesters. When you take the trimester, every trimester have 3 months in there. So but when you come for ANC, it's being calculated in weeks. In every trimester, with the first trimester, we have from the first week of conception to the 12th week of conception. Then the second trimester starts from the 13th week of conception to the 26th week of conception. Then the third trimester starts from 27th till when you deliver, or to 37th week of pregnancy. That is where we say you've completed a normal pregnancy period, and yes, the waiting period is when we are waiting for your baby to arrive. But 37 completed weeks, we say that you have a normal pregnancy, and the journey has been successful. But in the weeks too, we have sometimes we have you go to your obstetrician, your midwife, and they have to measure your fundal height. The fundal height is being measured to ensure that your baby is growing well. Then And it's also advised that when you get pregnant, you go as soon as you found out that you are pregnant. Okay, so as soon as you find out that you are pregnant, you have to start thinking of going to the ANC, because this is why ANC, because you go there for series of examinations, series of lab scan, a whole lot will be done for you at ANC. So I advise that women who get pregnant should go for ANC. Don't say that you want to advance in the weeks before you go for ANC. What at all is ANC? ANC is it's a specialized care that is being rendered to the pregnant woman during pregnancy by the midwives and her obstetrician to help identify any abnormalities, to help identify any complications that may arise during her journey. Also, series of laboratory examinations are being done, like your urine is going to be checked, your blood will be checked, your BP, your baseline will be taken, so that when you are deviating from the normal, it also be checked. We also take into consideration so many things. So at ANC, a whole lot of things go on there, and so you don't have to just stay home because you think you've been there before, and so you know how to go about this thing. And as I said earlier, each pregnancy is it's a whole story on its own. It comes with its own complications, and so my advice to every woman out there who gets pregnant or who notices that she's pregnant is to go for ANC. You go and get booked. That is the best advice I can give. Okay, why do we go to ANC? The main aim of going for ANC is that we want to bridge between the known and unknown. Sometimes just as I said earlier, you can be a first time mother, and you know something, you've had myths, you've heard so many things, and so when you go to the ANC, it is the duty of your midwife to dispel those rumors. Also, with mothers who have been there before, they go for ANC not because or you don't stay at home and say that you know your way up, you know how to go about things, and so you wouldn't be going for ANC. When you go for ANC, it'll shock you to know that you get to know something that you think you know everything, but when you get there, you get to know something new. So the first point why ANC is important is that you go for ANC because we want to bridge the gap between the known and the unknown. Also, you go for ANC because you want to know that your baby is doing well. You want to know that the baby is growing fine. Also, your supplements are being given there. Your folic acid are being given, your multivitamins are being given, and if there is any additional examinations to be done, it's also done there. When you go to ANC to a periodic or whenever you are scheduled for the visits, when you go, your abdomen is being checked to see that the fundal height is being checked, or examination, your baby's heartbeat is also going to be listened to. If there is any complication or there is any abnormality, it can be checked earlier, or the detection can be earlier, so that if there is anything that can be done, it will be done for you. Also, to prevent or to reduce the maternal and neonatal death rate, to also reduce the maternal and the neonatal death rate, also to eliminate fear and anxiety from pregnant women, to eliminate fear and anxiety from the pregnant women, and also to eliminate any other complication that might arise during the ANC. So at ANC, what at all are you going to do? We are going to auscultate the your baby's heartbeat is going to be listened to. You have to urinate so that they check for protein and glucose, which of course shouldn't be present in your urine. When present, appropriate measures will be done. And when you are going for ANC2, you make sure that you eat, get something to eat, and don't go there empty stomach, please, because you are not eating for yourself anymore, you are eating for another person. And so during the first trimester too, it comes with its own problems. During the first trimester, women normally complains of having this emotional disturbances. They are stressed up, there is a more level of anxiety, there is nausea and vomiting, which is normally in the morning. All these are normal signs that when you see during pregnancy, it shouldn't be something that you should worry so much. But for the vomiting, when signs of dehydration start, I know that it's a danger sign, and you have to go to the nearest clinic. And so in our next video, we are going to be talking about some of the minor disorders that will arise in all the trimesters. So by the time that we finish, we are going to know how to manage ourselves, or some of the things that we need to do when these minor disorders that they aren't pregnancy is not a disease, it's just a change in body. And so you have to enjoy it in a way. And so today I'm here for us to do that, for pregnancy to be enjoyed, not to be endured. On our next video, we are going to be talking about minor disorders in pregnancy. It's a whole lot on its own. So during the first trimester, it's emotional disturbances. The anxiety level goes up. There is this stress, there is nausea and vomiting in them. And so we ask the support person to always be there for them. And also during the second trimester, there is a sense of attachment to the fetus, and also there is increased vaginal lubrication during that time. There is the release from exhaustion, that is the nausea and vomiting. During the second trimester, it's in a way it subsides a little, and so women during that time feels okay. And during the third trimester too, there is either decrease or increase in libido. During the third trimester, there is either increase or decrease in libido. There is anxiety related to labor pains. The person starts to think about how is it going to be like. Am I going to have it smoothly, or there is this whole thought that comes into your mind. And also there is discomfort, like you have backache, heartburns. These are minor disorders. So on our next video, we are going to be talking about how to manage this minor disorders when it pops out. Okay, so that is it for now, and I'm signing out. It's your midwife Sarah here. Peace.